Mary.
Hi, Maggie.
Thanks for Zooming with me today.
Oh, I'm happy to.
So, I met Mary Sundstrom when I bought this little painting. How many years ago was that? Like 11, 12 years ago?
Yeah, I was going to, I first thought it was 15 years, but yeah, right around there.
And at the time, I loved Airstream trailers. And I saw that at the Muskegon Museum of Art's postcard salon, which is coming up again soon in October. So that sale will be going on. So I'm going to go pick up some little gems at that too. But I will never forget it. I thought, oh, that's so cute. And I saw a whole bunch and I picked this one out. And then I was like, I have to meet this woman. And then we've been friends ever since.
Yes, I was thinking back, we've been in all kinds of, Lucy and Ethel situations.
Mary and Maggie show.
Yeah, we have painted murals together. We have done art prize pieces together.
We started a gallery together.
A gallery, just all kinds of projects.
We worked together at the Arts Council.
Yes.
Helped start
so many
the LVAC
things.
board. You were on the LVAC board that first year too.
Yeah, our lives just keep intersecting and continue to intersect, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, so, I'm so grateful for your friendship as in my journey as an artist, but then also as a person. So it's just been you're a real special person to me, and so I'm excited to get to chat with you in this way, and I get to tell your story. So
yeah, especially since you know most of it.
But just so, I don't know your story. Like okay, so how'd you get started?
Okay. Well, I've been doing art forever, of course, like most artists we know. But going back to those Airstream trailers, I actually did have an Airstream. And
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, years ago, but don't feel too bad. It was full of squirrels.
But you had your studio back when that was your studio space.
Yep, and it was super cute. And I did do many portraits of this trailer, and I sold those prints all over the world. And but things change. I just really, and by the way, that whole glamping thing, the trailer thing, I had that going way before all this became so normal. So I like to think that I was like the pioneer of that whole deal, but of course I made zero money on it, but whatever. It was a lot of fun at the time.
I bet you made some money. You just spent it too.
Yes, I know that my work became fabric and cards and light switches. So I'm told.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I never really wanted to be known forever as the trailer girl.
Right.
That really wasn't, I just stumbled onto it. It was cute, but I wouldn't want to build a career on that, because I just feel like I have so many more layers and I'd hate to be locked into anything.
Yeah.
And so I certainly have not been. And I've moved through so many styles and things throughout the years, but I guess my most underlying theme for my work forever, once I got past the trailers, was I love things that are organic. I love things that are wiggly and vining and mossy and muddy. And
when you're camping.
Yeah, probably from camping. You're right. But yes, I love the great outdoors. I love Michigan so much, and I'm fascinated with the bayous and the woods. And I just feel like, even though I'm from central Wisconsin, I feel like the Michigan landscape is so beautiful and diverse and shocking, and sand and water and marshes, that I just have an endless well to draw from, literally, no pun intended, but that's what I've been doing, and it just doesn't seem to ever quit, thank God. And so through those years, I've done fiber arts, doll making, jewelry. Always have making jewelry, because that's like low-hanging fruit.
I should have my earrings and my necklace on.
Me too.
I have not been wearing earrings since this whole mask wearing situation.
That's true. You're right.
I need to get back to my earrings.
That's true. But yeah, so just and of course, watercolor. I've always loved watercolor paintings, and by doing those Airstream trailers, hundreds and hundreds of those little illustrations is where I really hone my skills with watercolor, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm back to teaching a watercolor class at the Holland Area Arts Council, which I'm really enjoying.
Show me that chrysanthemum. Show me that
Oh,
chrysanthemum.
well, I'm not done, but
it's just lovely.
Whoops. And here it is, because I just love them, and I know you do too.
Oh, I love them.
They're just incredible. But yeah, so the botanical illustration has been great fun, something I fell into just recently, and also expanded on. I was in the middle of teaching botanical illustration as a sub, and then right in the middle of this class, which I was really enjoying, I'd not taught watercolor, not taught anything so drawing heavy for so long. I was loving it. And then boom, the pandemics began and quarantine. And then it was such a wonderful thing to do, to have during quarantine, to illustrate rocks and flowers on the smallest, most exacting way, because it's all the bandwidth I had while during quarantine. I really didn't want to take on big, heavy subject matter during the quarantine, because I had so many other scary thoughts, like we all did. And so it was a wonderful experience to do the botanical illustration this year.
Mary, do you have like an illustration of a rock and the same rock that you illustrated together?
I do. They are out in the car right now because they were with my class, but I can send you those images if you want to attach them.
I think that would be fun to share, like the rock that you drew and the painting that goes with it as one.
Yes.
Thing.
Just yeah, it was a
cool, like
great exercise.
Well, and little, like you said, you did some small things because it was like, okay, I can control this. That's the way I felt during the pandemic anyway. Like, okay, today I'm going to just do one little thing that I know I have control over.
Yes, and then I could focus. I didn't have to like pour my heart and soul into making a statement. I could just look at this rock, and I could look at my drawing, and I could just draw this rock. Yeah, there's no big underlying meaning. It's all I could do. So many people during the pandemic and all the things that went on this year needed to make big statements, but I really just, little small me, I needed to think. I needed to think through all the thoughts that I was having, and that's the way I did it. It's not that I wasn't present or I wasn't checking out. I was just thinking really deeply while I was meditating, doing these drawings and illustrations.
I was going to say, I bet it was very meditative, just doing I did these big circle things, which were completely different, but it was a meditative, repetitive motion, and I made a whole bunch of them.
And color work.
It was just because I work, in color that way. But yeah, I would think that there is a big underlying message in those little drawings. I really think they were just, I'm going to live in this little moment right here, right now, because this is what I have. That's the way I interpret them.
I was thinking of letting those drawings go. I was going to have my annual October sale where I sell off everything that I fooled with in classes and demonstration pieces all year. But I was thinking to myself, I should probably hang on to a couple of those illustrations simply because it was 2020, the pandemic year, and a weird year. Something just similar to my mother made a pandemic quilt this year to mark the occasion of weirdness. So I love that. It's just a strange year, and there's little things that you do this year to recognize that we're in a strange moment.
Oh, for
and a lot has happened, and this is a big shift. And I was going to say, everything has shifted this year. Everything feels like a shift or a restart, or, you know, very sad for those that have lost loved ones, a reframing of a way of thinking. And I'm hoping for the best, that it will be better going forward after the election. Everything's going to break loose, I'm afraid, but maybe afterwards we can have some relief.
Yeah, I think 2021 will have a different energy than 2020.
I hope so too. Otherwise, I have gotten my juju back in the last couple of months. And I have started working on some big new oils again. I feel like I have the strength again.
Oh, I just can't wait to see. Scooch over so we can see that one just a little bit. Is it blueberries? What is it?
No, those are the berries that Jack in the Pulpits.
Okay.
It's either Jack in the Pulpit berries, or I'm forgetting what they are, but I picked them in the woods and
They have those big red leaves, right?
The leaves have died back by the time they're making these white berries. Mm-hmm. I picked the berries from Crockery Natural Area, which is near us. You should go see it. There's like a 400-year-old oak tree over there that is worth seeing. But they had these berries out there, and I just thought, I gotta paint these white berries with these bright red stems and these black dots. And so I'm using them as a basis for the rest of the painting, which is a change. It's a change for me. It's going to be slightly more abstract. I'm just sort of letting it go where it needs to go. I even have some little pink butterflies in there. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's kind of fun letting it go and seeing where I go with these works, whether they fail, whether they don't. I'm ready for a change.
Oh,
I don't feel like I can go back and paint the, heavy and exacting like I was in the fall. It's like it's all got to change right now.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, my work, I felt like there's no way that I couldn't make this shift in my work, which is like a really difficult time to be making a huge shift in my work, because I'm preparing for my thesis show, right? So it's like, okay, half of it is before the pandemic and half of it is after the pandemic, and it goes together, but in a very in different kind of way. So we'll see.
Yeah, because you have to address it.
You have, I mean, to not address it feels insensitive in some way.
Yeah, just like my mom making the quilt, the coronavirus quilt. You just have to address it.
Yeah. So. And so you talked a little bit about how the pandemic has kind of changed your work, which my little artist talks tend to focus on a little bit. And we talked a little bit about how we know each other and how we've grown together over these last 13 some years. But what's going on now? Like, you're doing this class.
Yeah. Well, also I can add in a technical thing for the painters in the group. So one of the things on my oil paintings I've struggled with in the past is I have a tendency to, my paintings have a tendency to get a little muddy. And so I have been I've been working on using transparent oils.
Okay.
I'm very used to working with transparent watercolor. That's what I do. But I haven't before used it in the oil painting realm. So I'm really having fun with experimenting, doing that, layering up transparency. So that's just a technical thing.
Which are your favorite transparent colors? Because I've noticed, like, I love the transparency of a few different greens and magentas and things that I didn't really realize were that transparent. But what's your favorite one now?
Well, I really love the green golds, and it's so weird. I've despised phthalo blue. for most of my life, but I find myself always, well, just as similar as the watercolors: phthalo blue, viridian, crimson, and a transparent yellow. So
Which yellow are you using that's transparent?
I can't read it. This is what my paints end up looking like. But let me see. I can't remember right now. Probably a gamboge color, because I've been mimicking my watercolor lessons into my oil lessons. And of course the umbers and those glazing colors. But I've been trying to get rid of what I feel is sort of like a little bit of grunge that happens to my paintings by removing the opaque color palettes.
Oh.
So, and then, you can bring in your opaque colors, the cadmiums, later on top when I'm finishing my painting. So that's the technical thing for those people that are out there interested in techniques. So that's what I've been trying to up my game a little bit, trying to improve my painting. I've been painting forever and ever. I've been teaching, but I really feel like I want to step up my game even further and make more beautiful paintings. I've been fooling around with some varnishes and just trying to get a fresher look on my work.
Well, I think that opaque versus transparency gives work attention, like this cool kind of tension. Yeah, I've been playing with.
I see it.
Or recognizing that tension too. There's this black,
You turn around and I can see it in your work exactly. Is a great illustration of that whole thing, where you have thin washes and then you're putting your opaque colors right on top, and that is a perfect illustration of what I will end up doing. And for your audience here, we do know that when we turned our Zooms on, that we have very similar colored paintings.
It was completely serendipitous. Like I didn't tell you what I was putting up, and you didn't say, "Oh, put that one green one up." It was really funny when we turned on our computers.
Interesting. But as far as the other things in my life, I curate shows at the Holland Arts Council and other places too. But I've been having a real blast this whole year. I used to be the program director at the Arts Council for over a decade, and since last October, I'm straight just doing exhibits, and I've been really having a blast doing that, giving all of my energy to just that one part of the Arts Council, not all of it.
And your shows have been so fantastic, Mary.
Well, your show too was in there, and it was really gorgeous.
Well, I got lucky with that because everything got canceled and I had my show, and then it stayed up for a couple months. So that was
through the summer, which is so nice. But this year was also a tremendous challenge because all the shows that I had planned, I planned my shows a year and a half in advance. They all fell away because of the pandemic. The artists didn't want to they didn't want to gather, they didn't want to bring in their work. We were closed at work, so it was a real drag, and I had to redo the calendar fast
numerous times because things kept changing, right? So like, Steve's show is going to go on these dates, and then wait, maybe not these dates,
and it was tough. But I have to say that because of it, it was exciting. I met Steve Leary. Steve Leary is a painter, sort of I would say a newish painter that I just love his work. And your thesis show was in there, and that was fabulous. And Adam Dahlstrom is currently in the Armstrong Gallery.
The show is still up, right? When does that come?
Yeah, I'm extending his show all the way as far as I can have it into probably November.
Okay, I need to get down there and check that out.
Yeah, he's got hand-carved spoons that are just beautiful, and his work is very beautiful color and exacting. He has such a unique style. I'm a big fan of his. And right now we had a juried show, the Photog show, which is a juried photography show. You can all see this on the Arts Council website.
I'll put
But
that in the link too.
okay.
Sorry, did I scare?
Yeah, but what I'm really excited about this week is I just opened the Odd Body show, which is in our lobby, and those are dolls. Those are, well, figures. They're strange figures. They're dolls. They're. I just put a call out on Facebook because yet again I had another show fall apart, and so I put a call out to West Michigan artists. Show me what you got. Show me your dolls. Show me your figures. And I have the coolest show ever in there now. And I have yet to sort of put it all up on the website. It's so new, but it's a super special show. And you can come see the shows. You have to make an appointment to come in, or we do have a list of dates that you can come visit the Arts Council. That is publicized.
Wear your masks.
Yeah, and come see these shows.
That
That show will be up all fall, and you can buy the dolls off the wall.
Oh,
because it is the holidays.
Okay.
And I can't run a normal shop or holiday anything this year.
No. Okay.
So you can buy the dolls off the wall and you can take them home, which is not normal for a show. Usually you have to buy the art and leave it, and then you get it after the show. But not this time. You can take it, and then the artists are able to replenish. I'm letting them replenish stock.
Nice.
Because the show goes all the way to January.
Oh, okay.
So there's some really, really cool things on the walls in there right now.
Exciting way to do it. That might be a neat new twist to shows. Like you buy it, and then I'll bring a new one in.
Yeah, so that it's an ever-changing. It's a longer duration show, but it's an ever-changing show.
I love that concept, Mary.
Thank you. I know. I was like, how? See, this is one thing. The pandemic, it has been a drag, but it's also it's made us think out of the box on so many levels. And there are things that I'm like, wow, that idea is kind of cool. Let's do that again, even when we don't need to.
That trunk show that we did in Duncan's Woods was so cool.
And it wouldn't have happened.
No way. We wouldn't have, because, you do those art shows and everybody's squished together and you got to schlep all your stuff. This way you pull your car in, open your trunk, and drive away 2 hours later, And
what city has Duncan Woods? That is so beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
Sheltered and gorgeous.
Lovely Sunday afternoon walk. But so it's opening up all these new different ways when you're open to receiving these ideas versus like so mad and bummed out that nothing's going your way. Then you're not able to like open up those dendrites and rethink and reframe what we've
and clean up systems. Like the corn, we've been shut down technically at the Arts Council since March. We do have classes still going on, but the building has limited population.
The classes, everybody's separated and spread out, kind of
en masse, and so we are having in-person classes following protocol, but we've had to clean up systems, we've had to clean things up, and it has made us better. It has made us better. And now, as far as exhibits go, my portion, everything in the past we'd have come see our exhibits, boom, on the website. Now we put all the images on the website so that you can virtually see the show. If you don't want to come out, you can see everything that is on the website, the cost. If you want to buy it, you can buy it off the website. And so that's a change for the better now too.
It's a lot of work too, but
it is a lot of work, but it is worth it, especially for the artists, because they're not having the population come in and see the show like they used to. Yeah. So my dog is up apparently.
Gilda, where's she?
Yeah, she sleeps in. Can you believe it?
No, I'm just not sleeping. But cool. Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, so everything's going okay.
Awesome. All right. Well, we better get to work. You've got a painting, and I have some other artwork to do, and I have to clean my studio too and get ready.
Me too. But I'm glad you guys can't see. It's pretty bad outside of this
little section.
Yeah.
I love about these studio visits. I only have to clean up one little area, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, it's terrible.
Well,
So,
hang on. I'm going to stop our recording.
okay.